Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, here's another bit of truth in the spiritual path. And the truth is, awakening to the truth won't happen just by sitting quietly in your meditation practice. It won't. Why? Because awakening to the truth is an active process. The process is about witnessing your mind and dismantling the mind. And sitting down quietly is a passive work. The work that is not associated with awakening. When you sit down and give up the work of dismantling part, you're sitting down with your conditioning. You're sitting down with your belief. You're sitting down with your imagination about the truth. And sitting down, not doing the work, that act itself is coming from your own mind that is copy and paste from the world. You have heard that you just need to sit down quietly and the truth will happen. Something like that. And you're sitting down and waiting. Definitely sitting down and quieting yourself is a great relaxation. But waking up to the truth is not about relaxation at all. Yeah, the byproduct of awakening can give you the relaxation. Waking up to the truth, the journey to make that, to the process, it's not relaxing. Why it's not relaxing? Because it's about peeling your identification, investigating your attachment, and also giving up your attachment to that identification. And giving up the identification is not ease, it's a torture. That process is going against the flow. Your conditioning is the flow. Ripping your conditioning is going against the flow. And going against the flow is not an easy process. Doesn't come with ease. Your ego won't like it. Ego is about identification and building up on that identification. Notice you have certain identification and you're prolonging that identification, and everything you do is to maintain that identification, isn't it? And that identification is an ego self. So, and to realize the truth, you have to investigate your identification, and eventually you have to give up your identification. And the ego resists. Just by hearing this, you are already resisting. Why would I want to give up the identification? That identification is providing you so much fun, comfort and fun. Especially when something is working and giving you stability and fun, you won't let go. You only let go what is not working for you, but you will hold on to something which is working. An enlightenment journey is not a partial letting go. Enlightenment journey is a letting go of everything first. Then you can, after seeing the truth, then you can adapt to certain flow. But before you see the truth, you can't hold on to something and thinking that you can also get the opportunity to see the truth. Won't happen. Any clinging is an identification, and truth is about giving up all identification. And the truth is you. the unchanging truth in you. To figure out who you are, you have to give up everything that is not you. And holding on to the identification is not you. It is the extension on you. So, you have to actively do the work. Enlightenment is an active process of dismantling the mind. So, must do the work, active work, aware work. And this is where the self-inquiry comes in. Self-inquiry is about examining every ingrained belief in oneself, every attachment in oneself. When we work on the ingrained belief or attachment, this will help us to see the subtle layers underneath our surface attachment. The process will help us understand the nature of the mind, understand the emotional realm, the psychological realm. The process helps us to understand how the mind comes into existence and how the mind becomes real. Only through tracing back the mind makes you understand the nature of the mind, the nature of the fear. Sitting down and waiting won't make you understand the hidden layers, the subtle layers. You have to witness, you have to trace your mind to see all the layers that is not able to see. So, stop waiting in your meditation. Again, as I mentioned, sitting down in meditation and waiting and calming yourself, calming your body, definitely it's something positive. That itself is a little bit disengaging from the world. But this is also an act of running away from the world. Meditation has become the act of running away from the life situation, running away from the circumstances, running away from the relative world. And when you run away from the relative world and sit down with yourself, yes, it's working while you're not being part of the world. But you cannot ignore the world. You have to be part of the world. You have to go back to the world because your life is dependent in the world. You get the support from the world. So ignoring the world means ignoring the support as well. So instead of ignoring the world, to be free in the world, you have to participate in the world. And whatever situation you go through in the world, you have to investigate why you're going through the struggle. An enlightenment journey, spiritual journey, is about finding the solution for the struggle, not running away. Every situation we go through in life, if we examine then that examination is helping us to figure out the unchanging truth. But when the situation arises, we only look for the more, surface solution, or we hide from the world and sit down in a meditation, thinking, hoping the meditation to provide you the answer. Sitting down quietly, again, it's relaxing. Even not relaxing for many people, just, a lot of visitation is just sitting down quietly with yourself. At some point, you probably feel more relaxed. And from the relaxation and from the quiet practice, yes, you might think about the solution for your conflict. But that solution for the conflict is surface remedy. It's not the true remedy. The true remedy for the life, true remedy for the struggle that we go through in life is the truth itself. And to see the truth, sitting down quietly is not enough. Sitting down quietly itself is running away or ignoring the truth. So, how to make it happen, how to see the truth is, again, comes down to self-inquiry. Self-inquiry is the only straightforward work to see the truth. All the rest of the other approach is it's going around, round and round. Self-inquiry helped me. So I see the help. That's why I advocate on this path. Me coming out to share this idea is to indicate you. Whether you see it or not, it is the straightforward approach. Right now you might not see it, and that's okay, because the ego in you is curious to go around. Ego is not quite satisfied with your effort and quite not satisfied of seeing enough, experiencing enough, and that's what the ego does. But if you reflect what's happening in your spiritual practice and what is the spiritual practice and how to get there, and if you acquire the right reference, then you can reorient yourself and work and accept this work and do the work. Until then, sometimes you have to fail tremendously in your spiritual path to come to self-inquiry practice. When nothing is working, then you accept, okay, let me try this self-inquiry, and hopefully you will try it. Hopefully you try it in a way that you're walking the path backward. So, self-inquiry is the way to be free. Self-inquiry is dissolving the self and moving towards a no self. No self is no belief. No self is no mind. No self is emptiness. And truth of who you are is empty. Your nature is empty. Empty, but conscious. You are the consciousness, and the nature of the consciousness is conscious and empty. And go to the emptiness, the ego must give up. And how to make the ego give up is by walking the path backward. And the final dissolution of the ego happens by asking, who am I? The who am I won't work until you are thorough in dismantling the work. Without dismantling, without being thorough, there is always another layer that is clinging on you, as an ego. So that's why sitting down quietly and waiting for truth to happen is simply an illusion. It's just a fantasy. Yeah, you can wait. You can wait and wait, and you will keep waiting until your body gives up. Definitely death is the ultimate, it's the end of the ego, because when you don't have the body, you don't have the ego. So that's the ultimate giving up. But we don't have to wait until the physical death. It's not about that. Enlightenment spiritual journey is about death of the ego. It's about dying while we're being alive. That's the spiritual journey. It's not waiting for the death to happen and ultimately I'll be free. Yes, it is the ultimate freedom. But we don't have to wait until there. We can make it while we are alive. And that's why the self-inquiry comes in, to show you the truth. And so to see the truth, you are the in charge. You are a conscious being. But your conscious being right now is kind of, it's like there's a cataract, or you're seeing the life with a distorted lens, which is the ingrained belief. And the whole journey is about taking out that distorted lens, which is the ego. Okay, anyway, I hope this video makes sense to you to some extent. Waking up is an active work, guys. Sitting down, doing nothing, and waiting for truth to happen, for the universal blessing is an ignorant act. If you want to work with the universe, still you have to put some effort. You have to put effort. You have to prepare yourself to see the truth. Okay, so you have to do your work, part of the work. You have to prepare yourself. Anyway, again, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.